You ever feel like the world is just spinning faster and faster every year? The pace of change? It can be pretty dizzying. So to navigate all this, you need more than just a compass. You really need a map of what's coming. And today, we've got one.
So seriously, how do we get our bearings when it feels like everything is constantly shifting? How do we find the real patterns in all the noise? That's the big question we're going to try and tackle. So where do we even begin?
Well, according to the Dubai Future Foundation, the key is to understand what they call megatrends. Now think of these like giant ocean currents, these massive forces that are pulling society in new directions. They're not just passing fads. They are powerful, long-term shifts that are literally redefining how we live and work.
We're going to dive into a couple of these megatrends today, and we'll start with one you can literally reach out and touch: the materials revolution. It's a story all about what our world is made of, from our biggest, most obvious problems to our tiniest, most invisible building blocks.
And a huge part of this revolution starts with a material that's both a modern miracle and, let's be honest, a total menace: plastic. I mean, for all its amazing uses, it's also created a global waste problem that is just, well, staggering.
You know, we all faithfully put stuff in the recycling bin, but the actual numbers tell a very different story. Globally, just 9% of plastic waste ever gets recycled. A whopping 71% is either mismanaged or just ends up buried in a landfill. The system we have, it's completely overwhelmed.
So yeah, that's a problem. It's pretty clear that recycling, as important as it is, just can't keep up. So if we can't just manage all this waste, maybe we need to rethink what waste even means in the first place.
And that's where this really powerful idea comes in: upcycling. This isn't just about reusing something. It's about total transformation, taking materials we'd normally just toss and turning them into something of even higher value than they were originally.
And you know what's wild? This is not some brand new idea. Not at all. Take kintsugi, for example. It's this beautiful, ancient Japanese art of fixing broken pottery with gold. The whole point isn't to hide the cracks, it's to highlight them, making the piece even more beautiful and valuable because it was broken.
Okay, so from that ancient philosophy, let's jump to today on a massive industrial scale. You've got Emirates Airline taking over 14,000 kilograms of materials from retired planes. We're talking seat leather, cabin panels, you name it, and upcycling it all into high-end travel gear.
But this whole materials revolution isn't just about dealing with our old stuff. It's also about designing completely new things right from the ground up. And for that, we have to zoom in, like way, way in.
At the nanoscale, we're literally talking about building things atom by atom. Technologies like nano-imprint lithography can create patterns thousands of times thinner than a single human hair. This is completely changing industries like photonics, which is basically everything from fiber optic networks to laser surgery, and that industry is expected to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2025.
Okay, so we've seen how we're changing the physical hardware of our world. Now let's switch gears and look at the software. Our second megatrend is this invisible, constantly growing ocean of data that surrounds every single one of us.
The sheer scale of this data explosion is, well, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around, but let's give it a shot. First up, you've got nearly 5 billion of us on social media.
And get this, just across Facebook's apps, we post over 1 billion stories every single day. And it's not just our phones. The number of connected devices, everything from your smartwatch to a hospital monitor, is set to double to over 30 billion by 2027, all of them just creating this constant, never-ending stream of information.
So, what on earth do we do with all this data? Well, we feed it to artificial intelligence to find patterns and make decisions. But here's the catch. A lot of the time, even the people who designed the AI can't fully explain how it got to a specific answer. It's what they call a black box.
This is why we absolutely have to open that box. And that's the entire mission of a field called explainable AI, or XAI. It's like asking the AI to show its work on a math problem, not just spit out the final answer. It's all about building systems where we can actually understand, trust, and manage how AI makes its decisions, moving from a mysterious black box to a transparent one.
So there you have it, 2 incredibly powerful currents: a revolution in the physical stuff that builds our world, and a revolution in the invisible data that shapes our choices. So how do we tie all this together? You know, the Dubai Future Foundation really hits the nail on the head here. Understanding these big trends isn't just some interesting thought exercise. It's about being prepared. It's about seeing where the world is actually going so we can grab opportunities and build the future we want to live in, instead of just reacting to whatever happens to us.
And that really leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? This isn't just about trying to predict the future anymore. It's about actively creating it. With a map of these megatrends in hand, the power to navigate and actually shape our tomorrow is, more and more, up to us.